Hi everyone, it's Rosalie. Before I head out to my cousin's graduation party, I wanted to say a few words about eating and our obsession with food as a culture and as individuals, and what we can do to bring ourselves back to a more natural way of approaching food in general. Simply put, food is here as fuel. It's also here as pleasure, but it's when we abuse that pleasure, when we abuse it, when we eat food in excess, and when we try starving ourselves, and I've been on both ends of the spectrum, is when food becomes something that is looked at as bad or wrong. The first thing you need to do is stop labeling foods as good or bad. And you may have heard this somewhere else. I've heard it many times. I've read it in books and magazines, seen it on TV shows. When you put a label on something, it's cause for self-punishment. If, let's say, you say that chocolate cake is bad for you, it's bad, I shouldn't eat it. You eat it, you feel bad about yourself. So now we're going into a self-esteem department. What you need to do, and it is hard, I'm not going to say it's not, but it's worth it, is to just look at food as equal all across the board. Even though some foods are healthier than others, just look at food as all of it being on an even plane. The fruits, the vegetables, the nuts, the dishes your mom prepares, the foods that you eat out, the desserts, the cakes, the breads, the pastas. Look at it as food. It's food. It is food. Next, if you're like me and it's a little hard to find motivation that will last, motivation that lasts is internal motivation. It lasts longer than the external motivation if you don't work at it. If you work at external motivation, it can last as well. It's all about shock therapy, I think. And this is, let me fill you in on what I'm talking about. About a week ago, I was watching YouTube videos about a TV show in the UK called Superskinny versus Super, I think it's Superfat versus Superskinny, and they're very liberal with their words. I kind of like that about them. There isn't really much political correctness going on. We're just saying it like it is. So to show one of the more overweight contestants what they might have in store for their future if they continue on the path that they're on, they showed this person a live gastric bypass surgery. This led me to watch other videos about gastric bypass surgery. And for me, when I watch a video that has to do with surgeries, I don't like watching them make the incision, but I can watch during and after, depending on what it is. So this is me. This is me watching the video. Okay, and then slowly I open my eyes to what is the organs inside of the human body, the stomach, the intestines, the fat. Oh my goodness. If you watch this, you will not ever want to put another piece of garbage into your system ever again. After watching this video, I thought to myself, how could I ever put this garbage into my body? Because the body, you're seeing it in its most natural, its most raw form. Why would you put chemicals and dyes and all sorts of crap into what is such a beautifully complex system? It's a machine. It keeps you going. Now that's how I felt after watching this video. If you're not someone who can stomach that type of a thing, but you also find that you're a little stubborn when it comes to motivating yourself to do the right things, when it comes to health, then I suggest you watch it. Make yourself watch it. But of course, if you feel like it's going to scar you for life, then don't. But for me, I made myself watch the video, and I, ever since, cannot imagine myself eating garbage. I can't. And I'm making myself watch it if I ever find myself wanting to eat something that isn't really good for the body. It's all about caring about yourself. Sure, you can lose weight just to look good in clothes. You can lose weight to make someone jealous. I've heard it so many times. You can you can lose weight for a wedding, for a graduation party, for a reunion. But the most meaningful way, the most meaningful type of motivation to keep yourself healthy is just that. It's to keep yourself healthy, to keep yourself happy. When I overeat, I feel like crap. I yell at everybody. I don't want to get up and do anything. My energy levels are low. I'm irritated. I feel heavy. Not just heavy because I overate, but heavy in spirit and in just emotion. It's a heavy feeling, and you just want to sit around all day. That can't be good for us. So I'm going to post a link to that gastric bypass video, also to the BBC TV show videos. Those are pretty interesting to watch. And there's also another BBC TV show called You Are What You Eat. I'm going to post a link to that as well. You need to watch those videos. They're really eye-opening. Also, I'm going to post a video about colonoscopy. Someone with a diseased colon. I used to work at a holistic center a few years ago, and I remember I had a lot of weird experiences over there, mostly with the people that called in. There was an elderly man who called, and he needed to see the doctors. And the doctors that work there are booked months in advance. So I said to this man, there isn't any availability until January. And do you know what he said to me? He said, well, I don't know if I'll be around until then. I don't know if I'll be around then. He had colon cancer, by the way. But I was able to convince one of the doctors to squeeze this man in because I couldn't take that. That's deep. It's very deep, and it brings you face to face with what we're all doing here. We're all here. We're living. We're all trying to learn and share with each other and enjoy our lives. Which also brings me to say thank you once again, because I really do look forward to your comments and your beautiful messages to me and to each other. It's very inspiring, and just I can't thank you all enough. So I have to get going. I will be back soon. I'm going to show you a list of, well, not a list, I'm going to show you some books that I have recently purchased or checked out from the library about just overall well-being. And I want to make some raw food recipes. I know I said I'd do that from the beginning, but I need to get out of this chair. Thank you all for your patience. I love you all. Bye.